Hello learners, welcome back to our channel Finvidyaa. This is Abhijit. So in this video we are going to learn about sampling, different type of sampling method, probability, non-probability sampling methods, okay, and when we use sampling. So these are the thing we are going to discuss on this in this particular video. So before jump into the concept of sample, we need to know the population, right? So what is population? Population is the entire group. When we are talking about the population, we just it would be a entire group. It represent the entire group. Okay, suppose we want to conduct a study on the spending habit of a college student, right? Our topic is the spending habit of a college student. So all the college student would be our population, right? And then sample is the part of the population. When we take the small part, that part represent the whole population, we call it as a sample. So it's a subset, is the subset of the population. Next, universe. Okay, many of them they think universe and population are same, but it has a difference, right? Universe means the universe refer to all possible item or individual that could be included in the study. Okay, all possible item or individual that could be included in the study. For example, all student enrolled in any college or university in the world. So it's a universe. Okay, and when we are talking about a particular target, when we set a target and set a target group, right? So set a target group from which you collect data and you collect sample. So these group are called population. So population is the target group from which you want to draw the conclusion and you want to know the behavior of the population, right? So usually within a specific boundary, it create a boundary. For example, all undergraduate student in government and private college in West Bengal. So we set a boundary in West Bengal, in government and private college, right? So we call it population. And sample, as I earlier mentioned, it's a subset of the population that you actually collect data from. Suppose 500 students select from 10 colleges. So is it possible to take all the to take data from all the respondent of in the West Bengal in the college student, from the college student in West Bengal? It's not possible to take all the data from all the respondent. So we go for sample, right? So now the question is, what is sampling? Sampling. So sampling is the process of selecting a small group of people or item, and we call it sample, and from the large group of people it means we call it population. So sampling is the process, it is a process to collect the sample, right? So if we want to study on the college student spending habit in West Bengal, then all the college student in West Bengal is the population, and take 100 college students for our study, it is a sample, and the process of collecting data is called sampling, right? And why do we need sampling? Because it is time saving, it's cost effective, and it is easy to manage. And you know, it's not possible to take to collect data from all the respondent. It's not possible, it's not feasible, right? So we go for sampling. And the difference between population and sample: population denoted the entire group that we want to study. Sample is a part of the population that actually selected for the study. Okay, population is big size, obviously it would be a big size. Sample is a part, so it would be small size. Difficult to study completely, but it easy to study. More time consuming or cost involved. In sample it is more time consuming and cost involved, but but in population it more time consuming, but in sample it less time consuming comparatively, and cost also and definitely costing less cost involved. And then now question is types of sampling. Okay, so there are two types of sampling, probability sampling and the non-probability sampling. So what is probability sampling? It means that every person or item in the population has the equal chance, every person, okay, every person has the equal chance of being selected as a sample, right? And non-probability sampling means some person have a better chance of being selected than others. Few persons or some persons have the better chance of being selected than others. Okay, so probability sampling method, there are 4 type of probability sampling: simple random sampling, systematic sampling, stratified sampling, cluster sampling. So one by one we discuss. So simple random sampling means every member has an equal chance. You just pick 5 student names from the bowl blindly, just blindly you take 5 name of the student. So any of the student could be selected. So it's a simple random sampling. Okay, systematic sampling. Systematic sampling, we collect data, we collect sample in a systematic manner. Suppose for example, from a list of 100 student you pick every 10 student. It could be 11, it could be 12, 13, it could be 9, 8. So but if you randomly select any position, then you should follow the same position in the following manner, right? Suppose if you take 10th number of student, then you collect the 20th, then you collect 30, 40, 50 in this manner, right? And the next is stratified sampling. So stratified sampling, in this sampling technique, we just divide the whole population into small group and we call it strata, right? And then we collect sample from each strata. Clear? So for example, take 5 students from each class 9, 10, 11, 12. So class 9 is a 1 strata, 10 is a 1 strata, 11 is a 1 strata, 12 is a 1 strata. So these are the strata, these are the group, and we take 5 students from each strata. And then cluster sampling. Cluster sampling is quite different from stratified sampling. It means that we also divide the whole population into small group. We call it strata, but then we pick the whole cluster. In cluster sampling, we divide the entire population small group and we call it cluster, not strata, sorry, we call it cluster, and then we pick the whole cluster. Clear? So a university select 2 entire department. Here the different department are different cluster, and just researchers select 2 department, right? So history and suppose commerce. So these 2 department are 2 cluster. We select the whole department. So it's called the cluster sampling. Next, non-probability sampling. And non-probability sampling, there are 4 types of probability sampling non-probability sampling method. First, convenience sampling, then judgmental or purposive sampling, then quota sampling, and snowball sampling. Okay, convenience sampling. Convenience sampling means choose who is easy to reach. The keyword is easy to reach. Easy to reach, maybe your friend, maybe your it can be your parents, your father, your mother. Okay, so you just collect data who is easy to reach, right? For example, a college student asks only his classmate about their opinion on exam pressure. So classmate is easy to reach for the researcher. So next, judgmental or purposive. So it's this type of sampling, we collect data on the basis of researcher's opinion, on the researcher's judgment, right? So based on the researcher's opinion, a teacher choose only well spoken student for a debate competition survey. So it's a totally his opinion, the who is speaking well in English, okay, so or who is speaking well in any language. So it's a total opinion, and it can be biased. sometime, right? Next, quota sampling. Quota means we set a quota, we set a specific numbers, that we just took sample at only this number, only this quota, right? So choose a specific number from different group, right? For example, a teacher want to 5 boys 5 girl, that represent view on the library facility. Okay, so the sample should not be more than 10, only 5 boys, only 5 girls. Boys should not be more than 5 and girls should not be more than 5. Okay, so we set a quota, we set a specific numbers, so we call it quota sampling. And then next, snowball sampling. Snowball sampling is a type of non-probability sampling when existing subject help find more subject. For example, a survey, a student survey alumni. So alumni, one alumni referred to another and so on. So it create a chain, right? And now, when to use sampling? When the population is too large, it is not possible to cover the whole, to take the data from all the respondent. Okay, time and money is limited. Okay, it's not possible to reach everyone, so use sampling technique. And thank you so much. And if you like the video, so please share with your friend, and we will provide this PPT in our official website. Thank you.